Here we are at the cemetery, Billy Trogdon Cemetery, and we're just giving it sort of a real quick once over today. Boy, I tell you, this time of day, this cemetery is so beautiful. I hope you can see it. I hope that how beautiful it is comes through with the sunlight shining through there. I got a little tremor. I can't help it. I've had it all my life. So if I get too shaky, I'm sorry. You just have to bear with me. But it is absolutely gorgeous out here this afternoon. It's probably about 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock. Now I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to try to zoom slowly on some of these headstones out there so you can see them. It's just so peaceful. I know the last video I did, all of the cicadas were screaming. Alright. So there we are in the cemetery. Alright, I'm going to walk down a little bit and I'm going to show you. This is the little circle where we park. If anybody sees a snake, y'all scream and warn me. Okay, how good is that? I need to be watching that. I do have my machete, so I'm good. But I'm gonna just try to give you an idea of the scenery. We don't want to get out there too far into Doug's property. Well, I have his permission to get out there. I don't know why I said that. I'm saying it because it's... Ooh, that sun's bright. Alright. Boy, that's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be too bright. Looking towards, can y'all see that mountain through there? Boy, that's pretty. That is really nice. Now this all used to, all of those new trees over there are, that you can see, have been planted since the last time I was out here. I gotta find my glasses. Ronnie Pugh has planted all that pasture land. They didn't have any cows, so Pat, what used to be pasture land and beautiful hills, now has planted trees, and you can see the contour of the landscape. It's very beautiful. And so here would be, this is the line right here, the fence of Mr. Van Cannon, Doug Van Cannon's land. And then right there is the cemetery. So, and this is looking back towards the road, the little gravel road, the easement road into the cemetery. And this is also Mr. Pugh's, Ronnie's property. So this is all the cemetery, we are very, very fortunate that this cemetery is landlocked, and the owners of said landlocked land are fantastic people and love the cemetery. And boy, those are old trees. I'm just gonna go up there. I mean, these trees are old. That's crazy. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I would say I edited it out, but I don't know how. So you just have to fast forward or something like that. And look at all of the periwinkle. It has come back. The periwinkle is back in the cemetery. It was gone. Someone put Roundup out there many, many years ago. I'm sure the best intentions were, but it wasn't a very smart thing to do. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Alright, so let's walk through the cemetery just to give us a little visual record of what's up and what's down. And you can see that there's brush. There's a lot of these little bitty trees that we need to cut these out of here, because little trees become big trees. Yeah. So they need to go. So here, where's my guy? Wait. Oh, here's William. 1805, little headstone right there. William Trogdon, 1805, there you go. So you can see that overall, she's in pretty good shape. She just needs a good cleaning. And the brush, get the brush up. And once again, I point out, periwinkle is there. I'm so excited. See these little bitty stones, okay? These trees, limbs need to come out. More little field stones that are graves. And here is the grave that was the body. I'm doing air quotes. The body was removed and taken and buried somewhere else. We don't know who it was or where they were taken. But anyway, you can see that it just needs a clean up. It needs a brush up. Get the brush up. Look at there. Oops, I guess it'd help if I had it on there. What does that say? 1840. That's a good one. I think that's William Allred's. I want to say Linda said William and Elizabeth, but I could be saying things. I just about cut my hand off just right there with my machete, so I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. So down here, I'm walking towards the front of the cemetery. And you can see the limbs and stuff are down. I'll show you an interesting, shucks, you can hardly see it. But here's a grave site that is an oval of white quartz. I don't know if you can see that. This big limb has fallen in the middle of it, but we don't know who's there. There's not a headstone or anything. Well, there might be. We just haven't come across it yet. But anyway, this is the front end of the cemetery, and the road I was talking about in my entrance video came along. It was the federal road. And when I say road, you know that was a wagon path, right? But it came along the outside of the cemetery, came around here, and to this being the front of the cemetery. And I'm going to show you my theory, okay? I made it up. It's a story I made up, but whatever, I made it up. But they're my ancestors, I can make up my own stories. So there's not, other than the little white quartz that you just saw, there is no white quartz in this cemetery. So I feel, oh, you know that's a headstone right there. Oh my goodness. Don't know that we know that one. Oh wait. Yeah, that is definitely headstone. Definitely. So anyway, back to my made-up story. So this quartz likely was brought in from somewhere, and here was a tree. At some point, somebody had lined this tree with the white quartz rock, but I believe in my made-up fairy tale land that this was the entranceway into the cemetery, and that this was a path to the road that was down there where the wagons would have come with the coffins, and that these white rock, the quartz, lined the path from the road or the entranceway into the cemetery from the road. Now that's just my made up story, okay, but I'm going to show you the distance, how big the cemetery is from front to back. Well, that's a big old tree, isn't it? Okay, see how far it is to my car up there? This is a huge huge family cemetery. Unbelievably huge. So, anyway, that's my little tour of the surrounding lands. I haven't heard y'all scream Copperhead at me, so thank you, Jesus. And so, this is some kind of a animal path right here. So there you go. That's a pretty view, looking through there with the sun shining. Wow. There's no way for me to describe the feeling that you get, or that I get, from this cemetery. And that indescribable feeling is why I care so much about the cemetery. It's just really something very, very special. I hope everyone who has an ancestor who may be out here or is out here, that there's one of my rose stones that I put out here many, many years ago. I had them made, pavers, and I had them engraved and colored, the etching colored. I think there's 18 rows down there. All the rows go back up this way. So there we are. There's your cemetery, folks. I'm glad I was able to show it to you today. And I don't know if I'm focused in or not. I don't have on my glasses, so I can't see. This could be a whole freaking video of out of focus. Just saying. It's possible. There's row 16, 15. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, you don't just have naturally occurring pieces of rock like that. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. But anyway, folks, glad I could give you the tour. I'll see you on Facebook. Take care.